This is revituni.com, and in this tutorial I would like to share with you how to create a baseboard and molding in Revit. Unfortunately, on the Revit interface we will not find the tool that is strictly dedicated to this task, so we will have to think a little bit out of the box, and I will show you two methods of doing so. The first part would be pretty much the same because it will require from us to create a profile family. So first I will go to some random web page where we have such profiles ready so we can recreate it. I downloaded early American molding collection, so now when I open it, it consists of PDF and DWG, so let's see what we got there. Now it would be a good idea to isolate one of the profile, so let's select this one. I will Ctrl+C, Ctrl+V 000 at the insertion point, and now save this file so later we can use it in our project. I will name it as baseboard, and let's go back to Revit. So now I will go to New, Family, and search for Metric Profile Template. Insert, Import Cut, Baseboard, Open, and let's think in which quarter this profile should appear. In my opinion, the best one would be the first one. So be careful when your profile lands somewhere outside of this intersection. It's best to keep it in the first quarter, as I mentioned. I will go now create, and with lines, by picking them, I will recreate this profile in Revit. I see that it consists of many small lines, so it's better actually to redraw it manually. Okay, I will delete now my cat underlay and save this family. I will add prefix Revit Uni to all the file I will create, so I'm not confused with the other files I download from the internet, so I also advise you to do so. Okay, now I can load this profile into the project. Of course, profile are the families that are later used by other components. We cannot use profile as a standalone object unless it's a detail, of course. So I will go now to component, model in place, and choose category. It can be casework, it can be furniture, it can be walls, it's up to you. So I will choose walls actually and call it baseboard. And now use a sweep tool where I have to sketch a path first and then apply the profile that I just created. So you see I placed those doors on purpose because they will create an obstacle which we will have to, so we have to split our baseboard into parts. This is just the first method I am showing you, so the second one would be more useful and I will tell you later why, but I want to show you two options. So as I said, first would be to generate the path, and then I will create a profile, which was RU. You see, this prefix also helps me finding everything on the list. So I select RU, go to south, make sure it's on the correct spot. If not, I choose flip and click accept. Let's see how it looks like in 3D. You see, my first part is ready. If I want to continue doing so in the project, I advise you to go back to Edit Family, go back to level 1, and now create a second part of the sweep. So this is the first method, and here is why I don't quite like it and use it on my everyday tasks. This is because I cannot read the length property from this kind of model, right? And if we want to order something, in case of molding, the length would be the crucial value that it's required. So the second method would be to use railing. And railing is also a profile-based family. So if I go here and call it baseboard, I can adjust the properties of it. Of course, we will not need balusters, so we will not use railing, so this table should be empty. We will not use also balusters, so here I will say none everywhere. Okay, baluster is empty, rail structure is empty, and we have only top rail here, which we will have to define. So as you can see, it's a separate window for definition of the top railing, and I will call it baseboard. I will apply the profile. We can of course apply also the material and other settings, but we can go back to this table later if something is not working. And the last thing would be to adjust the height of it. Let's keep it 0 for now. Okay. Now the only rule you have to follow is to draw everything clockwise. So just make sure that you draw it like I am doing it. Of course, I cannot create second part of this baseboard because Revit does not allow for railing to consist of 2 polylines. So I have to accept this one, and let's go to section view to check it out. Okay. As you can see, the profile landed inside of the wall, which is, I think, my mistake of placing this profile in the incorrect spot. So I will go back actually to profile definition and flip it here. So I will use a mirror command. So it's on this side in the first quarter instead of the second, as I told you before. So if I override it, now it lands in the correct spot, and the rule of drawing it clockwise still persists. Let's continue and try drawing the second part. So now I will go railing and draw the second part. You see I'm still drawing it clockwise. So now the section should be also alright. This is door, so this is correct. And of course in 3D we can also apply small fixes. If this is colliding with the door panel, we can also fix that. This is all for today. If you want to learn more about Revit tools, tips and tricks, please visit my site revituni.com, where you will find more learning material.